Hello. It's Nikki, and then that's a Choso, and then there's a Lucy. Anyway, the video that you're about to see, contains a few different things because I didn't really know what I was doing or what the plan was. But in general, it is just working on my 1992 Toyota MR2. There's a few different things that occurred. One, which is where the video starts. Can't really see it over there, but there's a old sway bar that I replaced on the front of the car. That's my list of projects that I need to do with this car before, it's good enough. Anyway, so starting with the sway bar, and then after the sway bar, there is a full gas tank removal. It's not really like an like an instructional video, more just me doing that. And then after that, it's a little bit of prep work and some welding. And we'll get into that, and I'll show you the finished product of the welding at the end. So I hope you enjoy. And let me know if I should do any certain different things with future videos. I'm just gonna cut these short couple videos into this one, and then hopefully, as this is a project car, I will just continue working on the project and then making more videos. But anyway, that's it for now. It's Nikki. We're gonna change a sway bar on the front of my MR2. We gotta get, penetrating fluid on all the bolts. So I'm gonna do that. Then we gotta take the wheels off, right? And then we gotta disconnect everything, and then we replace everything, and then we put the wheels back on, okay? So wheels are gonna be hard, so it's gonna take a minute. So penetrating fluid needs to go in the bolts for a little bit, and then we'll do all that. Okay, cool. Penetrating fluid on the bolts. Next, I gotta take the wheels off. Shouldn't be that hard. It's not hard to take wheels off. I'm just a dingus. Tire number one, kind of tough, but I was just learning. Okay, let's get number two. All right, so wheels off. Theoretically, next is the end links, which, oh, thank goodness, actually. So, not sure if you can see it, but the end links are that guy. So, this thing connected up to the top of the strut. And that's the first thing to go, so we just take that off, and there's two, obviously, one on each side, so it should be the easiest, and then we can remove the sway bar, so we'll start with those. Turns out I actually just physically cannot do this today. So, I'm sure someone already knows this, but sway bar in link, right? So obviously this thing has to pivot while the car's driving on the road. So this bolt right here is able to swivel just a little bit, and so the nut on the front, I don't remember this happening on the rear, but obviously it's just so rusted, it's fucking welded together. So it can spin freely, but the way to stop that is there is an Allen key on these, and you have to put an Allen key in there and then cross torque it so that you can actually get the nut off. I don't have a 14 millimeter wrench, so I'll have to get that later and then I can complete this. But for now, I'm just gonna take off the brackets, or at least loosen them, so then I can get to that later. Unfortunately, I don't wanna just go find a store that's open, so I can do that right now. But it shouldn't be that hard after I get that. It should be pretty straightforward, and then I'm gonna spray it with more rust penetrative fluid, so then it'll be good when I actually do it. So that will be probably in the next couple days. But first I gotta get that wrench, so that's fine. I'll just go to like Home Depot or something tomorrow. So that doesn't really matter. That's easy. But not doable right now. But the underside I can do, so I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'm gonna call it. Alright, so since I can't get that done today, I'll continue later. But for now, that's it. I'm just gonna put rust preventative on everything, penetrating fluid, whatever, and then I'll just leave it, let it sit for now. Yeah, I'll just let it sit for now, and then I'll come back to this maybe tomorrow or the day after or something. But that's it for now. Didn't take 30 minutes, but should take 30 more minutes as soon as I get the right tools. And then it's pretty straightforward from there. So I'll just do that later. Alright, so this is attempt number 2, but I have the proper tool this time. So that's good. I'm gonna get some other things. sway bar. I had to get these end links off, and this is what was causing the pain. I didn't have a 14mm wrench so that I could hold the nut while this was secure with an Allen key. Otherwise, this thing turns or spins freely, because it's a joint that needs to spin, or rotate at least. And then these are the bushings or brackets that hold it on to the bottom of the car. There's the other side. Now I think we have to take these brackets off. Oh, wait. Comes with new bushings, but I guess same old mounts, so that's good. It comes with stickers. That's cool. New bushings, same mounts. Here, help me with that. What are you good for? What are you good for? No. Don't attack it now. Don't eat it. Don't eat that. Ah, Lucy, you dingus. Woo! Alright. So dang. It's a new one. It's all thick and beefy. that's it for that one. See if I do anything else later. Probably not. Just kidding, of course I will. But that 30-minute project ended turning up into a week-long project, and that's fine. It was as easy as I thought it would be. I just didn't have the right tools. But then I got them. So then I did it, and that's fine. Bye-bye.
loose. Hopefully I can get this tank out. It's going to be a pain. I gotta get some things prepped, and then hopefully by that time my brother will be here and we can work on it together, because I'm going to probably need help. My dog is losing her mind because she can hear me talk through the wall. What a silly pup. There's 2 more brackets holding in the actual fuel tank. There's 2 fuel lines that still aren't disconnected, but hopefully I can get them disconnected with the help of my brother. We'll see. I'm not sure, but we're gonna give her a go. But for now, I'm just gonna prep things, which means basically just spraying WD-40 and stuff all over various bolts. So I'm gonna do that. Hopefully you can't really see a whole lot because this is all under the car, but I just was gonna document it, you know, just for fun. Figured why not. Alright, well anyway, let me get going. have a rusty bolt. So, these are for protection. Yeah. Now I gotta deal with that. It's fucking annoying. Brother's on his way, so I gotta get this stuck bolt out now. I don't know if it's even gonna help anything, but I wanna do it. Here we go. Attempt again. Don't think that bolt is that necessary to remove. So, I'm going to try one more time, and then if it doesn't work, then I'm going to give up on that and try and remove the gas tank without removing that bolt. Hello, nobody. WD-40 on that hose or fuel line.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
There's that thick twink alert.
Thick twink alert.
I don't know why he call you that.
I don't know.
Michael said stop
Who's the
looking.
thick twink? Which one? Is it him? He's the thick twink. Okay.
I don't know. Michael said stop staring at him, but I'm trying to stare at him. I can't see him. Also, I'm just checking the camera shot. I don't want to block Nicholas from doing all the work.
Hope you enjoy.
wires on. We got the. No one's even watching anymore. High five! Holy Jesus! We did it. We did it. We did it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for helping. Alright, I'm gonna end this now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Reinstall all the bolts that are holding the coolant lines and the AC lines. And I think once I put those in, then I'm just gonna drop the car. That's probably all I'm gonna do today. Just some simple stuff like that. I don't really feel like getting into sanding and stuff right now, especially since I don't have a respirator and I don't really feel like opening the garage right now, and there's no airflow. I don't want to breathe in all of that dust. So, I'm just going to do simple stuff. AC lines are connected again, so I just gotta put on the brake cable and drop the car, and I think I'm done for today. Pretty much everything, and then I'm just gonna drop it. This has the potential to be dangerous, so. On jack stands for so long, I forgot that it's actually really small. Well, that's it for today. Okay, so we're gonna try welding. Probably not gonna do a whole lot. Just mostly gonna like test around a little bit and see if I can do this. Pretty sure the answer is yes, but I don't want to, get ahead of myself. I'm just gonna take it slow. So if I don't get too far today, we're gonna later. But anyway, show you later. So that's just test piece. Welder. It's my brother's welder. Got some thin wire. Gas all hooked up anyway. This is what we're gonna try and fix. There's a bunch of like spot welds and things have to be put back on. I kind of fucked this thing up pretty bad, but it should all be fixable. But we'll get into that later when I need to get into that. So with this test piece, only thing I'm trying to do is just tack a scrap piece onto it, because most of what I'm going to repair is probably just going to be a bunch of tack welds, because I don't really know how to weld, so I'll figure that out later. And this is kind of mostly just like trial and error. Doesn't really matter. So first we're going to see if I can tack weld this piece on without blowing through the steel. So, not perfect obviously, but it's not coming off there. Pretty okay on the other side too. I mean, a little hot, but not bad. Not bad at all. That's great. Hoping that this works. Should be pretty easy. I'm hoping it's good. We're gonna try it though. think that's probably where I'm gonna call it for today. Have to continue tomorrow, and then I don't know how long it's gonna take, but we're streaming. Alright, but that's it for now. Bye-bye.
It is now 4:30 in the morning on Wednesday. I couldn't sleep. I felt like there was just work that I hadn't finished. So I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna keep doing this stuff. So we'll see how it goes.
that was pretty much all the work I was going to do for today. So, car. This was welded back on earlier, my test piece, and then this just welded back on. Things that I probably didn't even need to remove from the car, but you know, progress is progress. That's good. There's some fucked up shit, you know, like all these cracks and these splits and stuff. And honestly, I'm gonna try and fill like the big ones, like this one on the side, maybe this one. The rest of them I'll probably just paint. I'll just put paint over them, I don't really care. Maybe one day they'll rust out and I'll have to completely weld on a new rear end for this car. But for now, that should be fine, I suppose. Well, anyway, that was nice. All done for now, until I figure out a plan for what's next. So bye-bye.
Okay, so lighting is terrible, but we're at the end of the video now. And so welding is all not done. There's actually a lot of stuff that I gotta do before it's technically done. You know, but I was able to get some welding done. And the big news is this guy is back installed in the car. That means the back of the car is nice and sturdy now. You can see that I generally fuck this shit up pretty good. Split everything basically, but then I just tack welded it on. I don't even know how to weld, but I just tacked it together. And now it's much sturdier, which is pretty cool. There's this portion, so the front, which is all split pretty terribly. You know, not even remotely close to factory original, of course, you know. I forgot to mention, but the car was in a rear end collision, of course, which was great. So the rear of this particularly, was crushed and like crushed inward. So then it was pretty much to like right about here. And then like this portion of the panel was completely like smushed out flat and like stretched outward. A bunch of this was like crunched down and I had to like pull it apart. But mostly it was just a lot of using a jack from the inside and pushing the panel outward. And then like this particular lip right here like had to be reformed, which I just reformed with a hammer, which was kind of fun. That's why it's all these dents. But anyway, though, because of the way that I actually ended up trying to repair it, there's a whole bunch of splits and stuff, and I don't really know how to weld well enough to like even attempt to fill those with just a welder. So I am going to go get 24 gauge sheet steel, and then I'm just gonna cut it out into like, you know, thin strips, and then I'll just weld it there, and then I'll just grind. You know, I don't really mind spending hours and hours grinding. Like, that's not a big deal to me. I know it's not great. You know, it'd be better if the weld was perfect right off the bat, but, you know, good enough for who it's for is all we're aiming for. So, and then these are, you know, general like spoiler mounts. Well, this one's a spoiler mount, this one's a spoiler mount, this one's the antenna, and this one's also spoiler mount, but I want to remove the spoiler. I just didn't want it anymore. I also kind of like the look of it not having a spoiler. So I'm going to fill those in too, punch some holes out of the sheet steel, and then fill those in. And then after that, I'll have to grind all the welds and maybe think about doing some like Bondo body work. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any Bondoing. I don't really want to because it's not really a fun process. And I'm not gonna get it to look factory perfect with Bondo. So a little bit of corner damage that shows, you know, it's my car. I don't know. I don't really care. So I'm just probably gonna, you know, sand all of it, you know, and then repaint probably a portion of the car, especially the bumper, obviously, or the rear of it. It's obviously got to be repainted, but all of that is future work. Currently, I don't even know what day it is. I think it's Wednesday, but I don't really. I think I'm gonna put this to the side at the moment for at least today. At least today, I'm not gonna be working on it, but yeah, come back for future, and in the future, I will be grinding and sanding and painting and replacing, you know, the actual components of the car, and hopefully, you know, resurrecting this beautiful, beautiful lady after so many years. But that's all a work in progress. And when I do work on it, I'll typically live stream it on Twitch. And then, you know, if you have any questions, you want to come hang out, I'm pretty sure I'm covering the microphone this whole time. So that's going to sound like dog do, but I don't really care. Anyway, come watch me work on this car. See what happens. I don't know. I got to fix a lot. It's going to be a pain in the butt. All right. But we're going to do it. All right. Bye.